promise. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low.
2KMC here, and I've got a lot of extra spring in my step. We have 2 votes this week, so pay attention. We need your best to select our 2 finalists for 500,000 VC for the top play of spring. Our first winner was Hoop Lord, going full court for the winner in the red.
"2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets. So the Lakers win the tip. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. West is out there with Johnson. Then there's Kobe. Then it's Kareem, and it's O'Neal in at the 5 spot. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lever passes to Issel. Anthony trying to get open. Issel gets the bucket.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
And Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Lever, that's good.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Nikola Jokic. Allen Iverson.
To the inside, O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Here's Jokic, up and in on the layup.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
We're at the end of the first, Clark, in a close game so far. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron James is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Magic Johnson. Then it's Goodrich, and it's Baylor in at the small forward position.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
It's blocked by Shaq. Baylor with the ball. Iverson picks him up. Pass to Goodrich from downtown. That shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's McDyess, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
McDyess.
The first one falls. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for James. Worthy comes in for Baylor. Ryan is checked in for Goodrich. And West subs in for Magic Johnson. Both good from the line that time.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
Here is Bryant. Shoots. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. That one goes in.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the first half. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They're in good position at the half after a second quarter that was dead even in scoring. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Their offense is functioning at a very high level tonight. Shots.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Shaq is really having a good game here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've got Thompson, and it's Issel in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Kobe. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Kobe's got the first basket of the second half here for Los Angeles. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Here's Shaq, and Shaq with the slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
The 3 from Anthony. Drains the three-pointer. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Pass to Shaq. Shoots from 12. Lever pulls it in. The Nuggets trail. And Thompson launches it from deep. Another 3 for Denver. And you could feel the crowd react as one.
Guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And the technical free throw is good.
And in a tight game like this, a technical can be a killer. And he made sure he took advantage of the opportunity there at the line.
Johnson outside. Down low. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nuggets ahead, up 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game, brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Pau Gasol is out there with Baylor. Then there's Chamberlain. Then it's Johnson, and it's Wilkes in at the two-guard spot. The pass to Mutombo. Dishes it to Carmelo. From deep. Rebound the Lakers.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about? Very strange.
It falls!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. The score knotted at 19. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Shaq.
And when a player scores over half his team's points, you know he's going to be our pick. Even when he's been the exclusive focus of the defense, they just haven't been able to keep him in check. A tremendous individual effort.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Timeout called the Lakers. Bryant looking over the floor. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Allen Iverson out there with Thompson. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Issel in at the power forward. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Goodrich, he's checked in for Kobe. And both free throws good for Iverson.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Inside, here's West. Here's James. Goes up again. It's good.
Once again, the instincts of James, just phenomenal. I mean, he's phenomenal at being at the right place at the right time.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Oh, I mean, what a time to turn it over. I mean, if this game doesn't go their way, we're going to look back on that one.
The Lakers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Ron right side. Count it!
James is effective at getting near the basket. Always look to dunking it home.
That'll be a 5-second call. O'Neal's checked in for the Lakers. And that's an intentional foul. And the Lakers call time here. They're up by 4. 24 seconds left in overtime.
Your Nuggets dancing.
And so they foul intentionally.
David Thompson. That's his first personal foul at the line for the Lakers. Jerry West.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And you look at all the things this man brings to the game, the focus, the resolve, a winner's mindset. I mean, there's a reason why they call him the logo.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 23 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Guys, what's your take?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, right now it's technically a 2-possession game, but that means you'll have to hit 2 threes without your opponent scoring again.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Carmelo Anthony. That's his first personal foul at the line for the Lakers. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 8. We've got 22 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, it's so important at this stage in the game for everyone to be on the same page and working together.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that, but either way, it's a tough shot.
So the Lakers win the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. O'Neal is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Kobe. Then there's West. And it's Johnson in at the point.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
Thompson with the bucket.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Shot on the wing. West misses.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
One shot.
Thompson no good on the free throw.
And as good as he's been in the NBA, we're looking at one of the greatest college players of all time. Thompson at NC State was a beast. The Wolfpack were dominant when Thompson was there.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Kobe!
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. West gets the bucket.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Johnson. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. And Kareem throws it down.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Lever, that's good.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
For 3, Kobe, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Los Angeles on top, leading by just 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Johnson outside. Shoots it. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Abdul Rauf is out there with Allen Iverson. Then there's McDyess, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Vandeweghe in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. James looking around. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Off the inbound, and Antonio McDyess pulls it down, and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Jokic against Baylor.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
McDyess passes to Vandeweghe. Abdul-Jabbar with the block.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot.
Here's the lob to the hoop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And by just a fraction, they got the better of the action in the second quarter. What you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Efficiency. You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
And Shaq, your take on Denver.
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. That'll be a 5-second call. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that Mobile One block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Here's Shaq. Can't hit that one. And it's Denver the other way. Anthony with it. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Magic Johnson. Kobe is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's West. And it's O'Neal in at the 5 spot.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Were these checked in for Los Angeles? Kobe with it. Now Anthony defending. For three, West. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. West has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Denver with the ball. The tray. It's good from long range. Lever's got his second bucket tonight.
And guys getting into a nice
3-point opportunities.
Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And the Nuggets can't hang on to the ball. Los Angeles making a switch here. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's Bryant in the corner. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Yeah, and you got to know Bryant looking to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. The D can't give him any daylight.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Billups. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll return shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Mutombo. Thompson is out there with Chauncey Billups. It's Camby, and it's English, and it's small forward. And here is West. Johnson outside. Pass to Gasol. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So both teams making some changes here. Here's West. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Count that bucket.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And he's good on the 3-ball.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
To the middle, and Chamberlain with the stuff.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length, no way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close. Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Nuggets foul. Bad luck. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, Magic Johnson at the line for 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That stretches their lead to 8. Denver calls timeout. They're down by 8. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game, because this one is over.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game. So the Lakers win the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Kobe. Then there's West. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Johnson in at the point.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
Shot's good by Anthony.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
Now here's West. Over Thompson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. No one on him, and he makes the easy one.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Shaq, and Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Lakers ball.
Here's West. Outside Bryant. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. On defense, the Nuggets. 4-point game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
And Kobe drops them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Thompson from long range. Nailed from three-point land.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
West gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scorers.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Los Angeles on top. They lead by a bucket. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
They've got McDyess. Allen Iverson out there with Abdul Rauf. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Vandeweghe in at the small forward. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Denver shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Antonio McDyess.
That's good for McDyess.
2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Here's James. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And James throws it down.
Powerful high flyer. LeBron attacks the rim like no one else.
Here's McDyess. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now here's James. He's covered by McDyess. Baylor, that's good.
And that's a nice pass. The patience of LeBron to let the play develop.
From deep, Iverson. And again, Denver with the triple.
In a big play, 1 3-pointer right on the heels of another. And again, we're tied. And how about this crowd right now? They are bananas.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. Just in terms of the second quarter, they were the better team, but there wasn't a big difference between them. Shaq, let's get your take on. And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Lever. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Magic Johnson is out there with West. And there's Bryant. Then it's Kareem. And it's Shaq in at the center, locking down the middle.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Denver again with the bucket. Here's Kobe. Pulls up. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Thompson from long range. And again, Denver with the triple.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And it's West in the corner. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. West has got 5 points so far.
And really just when the fans were starting to get into this game, how about the silencer at the other end for a potential game-saving three?
They get it back and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Here's English. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. Nuggets lead by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Camby out there with Mutombo. Then there's Chauncey Billups. Then it's Thompson, and it's English in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to find out what Los Angeles' coach was going over with his guys. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Johnson's checked in. Kobe with it. Johnson outside. Outside, Kobe. Money! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Los Angeles calls timeout. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He feeds it to O'Neal.
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
But I'm curious to see, will they go for a 2 to tie or a 3 to win it all?
That'll be a 5-second call. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
And on the defensive end, they'll have to foul whomever gets the ball. No time left to be picky.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the...
Holding the game and my hands up so high as like I'm on a column. Them over there ain't like me, don't go putting them all in my column. This is a life that I built. To me, there's all that I know. There ain't no time here to chill. I told you I'm on the go. They wanna step on the field. Tell them my patience is low. I do not need me a deal. I'm with a couple of those. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax? Yeah. Second I move. Yeah. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. Yeah. Racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah. How can I lax?
Let's select our second finalist from these contenders. Your first choice is King IPM with the 4-second Pro-Am Slam Bam. Murray DG25 throwing up a double alley for the win in the city. Winner number 7 was a top assist from Dro118, who served up a lob supreme in the red. And winner number 8 was King LaShawn 13, who rotated through 4 blockers for a flashy dunk in the red.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. You'll see the 90s team taking on the 2000s team. Tip-off goes to the 90s team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Malone is out there with Pippen. Then it's Olajuwon. Then it's Stockton. And it's Jordan in at the 2 guard. Now O'Neal. Following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan.
I mean, it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
The pass to Malone. Here is Stockton. He kicks it to Pippen. Here's Jordan. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here's O'Neal. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for your 2000s team, Shaquille O'Neal. And the mark for 2.
That's good from O'Neal. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. The 90s team on offense. It's a 3-point game. Pippen for 3. He can't get it to go. O'Neal inside, guarded by Pippen. That's good from Shaq on the assist by James. Shaq's got 5 points so far. Stockton outside.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The 2000s team leads by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What do you think, guys, about the 2000s team here so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the court right now for the 90s team. They've got Robinson. Payton is out there with Drexler. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Hill in at the 3.
How about the explosive vertical there? Not much you can do to stop Drexler once he gets to the rim.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Payton with the ball. Now Garnett defending.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Wade, good.
And that's just a really good-looking three-point shot from D. Wade. You have to crowd him as he's rising up for that one.
And here is Payton after Dwayne Wade hitting the three. Deep two from Hill. And it's out of bounds to the 90s team.
Substitution on the court.
17 seconds left to play in the first half. The open shot, Stockton. Here's Malone. Good work defensively by Yao.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The 2000s team on top. They lead by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Shaq is really having a good game here.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
And here's the 2000s team. They lead by 4. They've got Kobe. LeBron James is out there with Duncan. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Shaq in at the 5. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Now here's Stockton. Jordan, the pass to Olajuwon. To the paint. And Pippen with the basket. The assist by Olajuwon.
Good look there as well. And this is what Hakeem's worked on. Pay too much attention to him, and he'll burn you with a nice find.
Out of bounds, it'll be the 90s ball for the 2000s team. Pierce comes in for Tim Duncan. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Kobe. And then for the 90s team, Patrick Ewing's checked in for Olajuwon. Mourning comes in for Karl Malone. And Hardaway is subbed in for John Stockton. Jordan's gone 1 of 2 shooting from 3. Here's McGrady. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. McGrady's got his first 2 points of the night. Iverson against Hardaway. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The 2000s team leads by 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the 90s team. They've got Pippen. Olajuwon is out there with Malone. And it's Michael Jordan, and it's Stockton in at the 1 spot. And the 90s team calls time here. They're behind by 1. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the 90s team head coach said to his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Stockton against O'Neal. Stockton passes to Olajuwon. Money!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Enzo Bryant will bring it up for the 2000s team. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, and such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot, and when he's rolling like this, watch out.
29 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Olajuwon. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's Stockton. Yes!
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Timeout called, the 2000s team. They trail by 2. 12 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
The 2000s team with the ball. Trailing by 2. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Stockton, just a remarkable point guard. Lights out shooter and an even better distributor.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Timeout called, the 2000s team. They're down by 4. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, they got to get straight to the hoop, then a foul immediately.
Kobe, that's good.
And Kobe lives for these situations. You know how much he likes the spotlight, and boy, does he deliver time and time again.
So we see the 90s team get the win here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
I can't switch on the fan. It's hot, hit the switch on the fan. This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't evolving, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing a section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a BB Simon belt on me and she tryna. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them. Sports in the top 10.
Jaylen Brown is hosting a new installment of Respect Your OGs, a series dedicated to social justice and highlighting athletes that have inspired us by using their voice. Check back next week for that.
Until then, you can catch more 2K TV over social media. We're at NBA2K_2KTV.
Enjoy the game. Bye.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Lakers all decked out as they made their way off the bus and into the arena earlier on. Coming to you tonight from the American Airlines Arena with a look high above here in Miami. Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. And joining us now courtside, the man who won 3 consecutive NBA titles, the incomparable Shaquille O'Neal.
Hey, Kevin, we all are.
Everyone talks about the Heat culture. It is special. David, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Drummond. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot. And for Miami, they've got Trevor Ariza. Robinson is out there with Victor Oladipo. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Butler in at the 3. And there's Caldwell-Pope. That's good on the assist by Schroeder.
I think it's important that Caldwell-Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. For 3, Caldwell-Pope drops in the tray. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 points so far.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. No good with the triple. Caldwell-Pope right side over Butler. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Caldwell-Pope's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Oladipo with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the act. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Shaq, thanks for coming by. Entertaining as always. Happy to have you on the program. You have an open share anytime you want to join us.
Anytime, Kevin. My pleasure. Whenever you guys need me, just give me a call. If I'm not doing icy hot Krispy Kreme or the General Insurance, you just give me a call.
Other than that, you'll be free?
Yeah, I'll be free.
That's good to know. And Clark, it hasn't taken Shaq much time, has it, to go from being a superstar on the court to a force with our broadcast here courtside?
Well, I tell you what, Shaq's one of those guys who just hits the ground running. He's a phenomenon in terms of personality, branding, business, excellence at every level. He was an all-star starter as a rookie. That talks about his ability to get going fast. So he adapted to the broadcast booth just the same way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Miami, they've got Dragic. Bjelica is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Hero in at the 2. And a new group in for the Heat. Achua, he's checked in for Adebayo. Riza comes in for Bjelica. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Hero. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. Here's Oladipo, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the Lakers get called for the foul.
Boy, that's some hard work being done inside by Oladipo, earning a trip to the line with his physicality in the paint.
That free throw, no good.
Well, you know, from role player to star, Oladipo's transformation has been remarkable. I mean, he's a guy who is really hungry to be an all-time great.
And he sinks the second. Here's Los Angeles now. Here's Schroeder. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Schroeder's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
Oladipo taking his time here. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. And now, kicked back to the studio set after his brief tryout alongside Kevin and crew. The big fella, Shaquille O'Neal, were you aware it was a tryout?
Well, that was great.
When's the last time you ever had to try out?
I've never had to try out, but it was great. I just want to let you guys know I'm missing him already.
Wow, well, it's nice of them to have you and make it have you back.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell-Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And here are the Heat. 6-point game. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss. And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Here's Kuzma. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. A different look for Miami. Bjelica, he checks in for Ariza. Hero comes in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Victor Oladipo. And then for Los Angeles, Marc Gasol is checked in for Drummond. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Adebayo on the follow. It's a tie ball game.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Lakers lead by 1. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Miami with the ball. They trail by 1. We've got Hero. Bjelica is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dragic. And it's Achua in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than...
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
And it's Butler missing. And here's Los Angeles. Gasol inside. Count it!
Yeah, just showing off that strength in that upper body. Gasol is able to overpower the defender inside.
Timeout called, the Heat. They trail by 1. 9 seconds left to play here in the 4th. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. On its way from Oladipo for 2. No good.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone. We've got a primetime interconference rivalry, Greg. What do you expect to see here tonight?
Could be a feeling out process early, but I do think once the teams get going, expect it to be physical and contentious.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Drummond, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Schroeder in at the point.
And Trevor Ariza, a different player now than he once was, but during his prime, he was as athletic as anybody on the floor.
You can say that again, G.A. And he's done a good job adjusting his game as he's grown older. He went from mostly a slasher to a 3-and-D player. I mean, it's allowed him to have a lengthy career.
Free throw good, Ariza.
And during Ariza's career, he has established himself as an effective role player and fantastic outside shooter. And
that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Kuzma. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Improving his range over time. When Kuzma connects from there, you know he's locked in.
Outside Butler. Shoots over Schroeder. No good on that one. And the Lakers going the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
Boy, he gets great elevation for a player his size. Maybe we need to get Oladipo back in the dunk contest.
Now Oladipo. That's good for Ariza on the assist by Oladipo.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Heat lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Here's Caruso. He had 13 points in the win against Toronto. So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Marc Gasol is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Matthews, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. Dragic looking it over. Pass to Butler. Miami keeps it going, a new 14-second clock. And the basket is good.
Offensive rebounding is all about positioning and hustle. I mean, their Bielitsa showed exactly how you get these additional opportunities.
Here's Caruso. Here's Gasol. Again, Los Angeles. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Dragic with it. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And Butler feasts from this area. The defense has to do a better job in how they scheme him.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. $16 seconds left to play here in the half. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Heat have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Heat up by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
And Oladipo, he's missed so much time due to injuries these last few seasons. But, guys, when he's healthy, he's the whole package of guard.
He played a little bit of point guard in the league, and but he's a natural fit at the combo guard. Great job of creating off the dribble.
I love the physicality and the attack defensively. You know what? I think he continually tests opponents at both ends of the floor.
And you know, as we've seen in the past from all-star talent shows, he can sing.
Oh, yeah.
He can
right,
sing.
That's right.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
But really, the numbers aren't gaudy. They don't stick out, but his energy and impact does.
Well, you're right. Go in the locker room, ask anyone on his team. He's not worried about statistics as much as he is about winning.
And it's Ariza with the ball for the Miami Heat. It's a one-point game. Victor Oladipo is out there with Robinson. And it's Trevor Ariza. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Adebayo in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Schroeder. Drummond in the post. He's guarded by Adebayo. Lets it go with the three. Drills the three-pointer. Drummond's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Look at Drummond extending his range. Modern NBA bigs must be able to shoot. And Drummond gets there.
Yep, it counts.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
It's Kuzma penetrating. Count that one.
Oh, this is the confidence Kuzma plays with. I mean, he feels like he can score on intense defense whenever he wants.
Lakers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Bjelica, he's checked in for Ariza. Earl comes in for Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Oladipo. Free throw good, Kuzma.
Yeah, how about the bucket to tie with the D, just all over him. The free throw to give them the lead, just a fantastic play all around.
Here's Butler, trying to get open as Adebayo. Butler, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And that one drops for him. Kuzma's got 10 points in the game.
And how about the execution, really when it matters most? He knew he had the height advantage and just got the job done. No need to pass in that situation.
Butler can get up. I mean, people take his hops for granted. That's the easy flush.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Lakers lead by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Carroll is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2-guard spot.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
Oh, no, don't tell me. He just didn't do that, did he? A critical point of the game, and he makes just about the worst mistake possible.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Duncan Robinson comes in for Hero, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Goran Dragic.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Drummond with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Hands the three.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Oh, yeah, they're expanding a ton of focus and energy at the offensive end, but at the defensive end, it is just the opposite.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 2. 26 seconds left in the game. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kyle Kuzma.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
.26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And with underrated strength, Oladipo isn't worried about absorbing some contact.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Schroeder surveying the floor. It falls!
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Now, here's Oladipo. Outside, Robinson. Off target from downtown. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Told him relax. Right now I got a stack and pay for my tax. Used to, but but I still prayed with the axe. Now I do rap, but I still play with the. How you gonna run the world? You can't even run your life. I'm Destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right? How you gonna run the world? You can't even run your life. I'm Destiny's child, every day I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night when you don't even fight for your right? How do you sleep at night when you never even fight for your right?
What's his name?
Old boy.
Old boy.
Yeah, it's great.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Let's get it. Been did it. Yeah. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the. My hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that pen to that pad like a scan. I be counting so much that my hands tired. Never scared of high stakes like a vampire. I be like a campfire. No, I'm not in the. My hands tied. I'm that guy. You be saving them. You a flash drive. Tell them I ain't wasting no time. Put that